Live from WJHG in high definition, this is News Channel 7 at 10. Coverage you can count on.
We are back. Good evening, everyone. I'm Ron Marasco.
And I'm Nisa Wilkins. Welcome to News Channel 7, this special edition of News Channel 7 at 10.
That's right. Democratic candidate Gwen Graham has won the District 2 congressional seat against incumbent Steve Sutherland. We just talked about that. News Channel 7's Christina Peffer joins us live in Tallahassee with more. And Christina, I'm sure pretty excited over there this evening.
That's right, Ron. As you can see me, a lot of Gwen Graham supporters dancing behind me. When they found out that Gwen Graham did win District 2 seat, they were jumping out of their seats with excitement. Like I said earlier, just like you can see behind me. Gwen Graham was actually not here when they announced that she had won. She came about 30 minutes later. Her father, former Governor Bob Graham, gave a speech about how excited he was for his daughter to go into Congress. She then thanked all of her supporters along with her family and friends, and she even told her supporters here that Congressman Steve Sutherland even gave her a call after she won. So right now, just a lot of excitement, a lot of celebration. She just really wants to bring a lot to Washington, D.C. and do it the North Florida way. And we'll have more from Gwen Graham later on tomorrow here on News Channel 7. Back to you, Ron.
Sounds like they got a great band there,
I know.
too.
Do you see some of those moves going on in the background
really,
there? Wow.
I can see you do that.
Gwen Graham is the first woman to win the District 2 seat tonight.
Well, let's get into some of the state results. There are a number of very hotly contested races in Florida, including the governor's race, which polls had shown was too close to call. However, Governor Scott has been declared the winner. He will hold on to his seat. Here's a look at those results and talk about close.
There it is.
There it is.
Rick Scott
pulling out with 48% over 47% with Democrat Charlie Crist, who was one-time Republican governor and then independent and then turned Democrat.
Democratic governor, right. They thought this race may be headed for a recount. Probably not with that margin right there. That's 100,000 votes. So yeah. Rick Scott returning to Tallahassee for more years. All right, well, the Attorney General's race has been a contentious one. Republican incumbent Pam Bondi looking to hold on to her seat. She faced opposition from Democrat George Sheldon and Libertarian Bill Wolsifer, and that race looks like this. Pam Bondi, 55% of the vote. George Sheldon, 42% of the vote. So she wins pretty handily.
She will serve another 4 years. Now, the race for Florida's chief financial officer goes to Jeff Atwater for 4 more years. Republican Atwater beat Democratic challenger William Rankin by, looks like 49% of the vote there.
Yeah, 59 to 41, good. And the numbers are coming in for the Florida Commissioner of Agriculture race. Republican Adam Putnam, who is the incumbent, easily beating Democrat Thaddeus Hamilton, 59 to 41%. Again, wins pretty handily.
Well, the race for the District 2 congressional race, which has had its share of negative ads, was a really close one. Incumbent Steve Sutherland, a Panama City business owner, up against a Democrat Gwen Graham, we just saw, daughter of former Governor Bob Graham. Graham has been declared the winner, as we said, in a very close race. News Channel 7's Carly Hilliard joins us live from Steve Sutherland's headquarters at the Edgewater Beach Resort. Carly.
Ron and Nisa, of course, there was some disappointment tonight, but every volunteer, campaign worker, and of course, Representative Sutherland himself all said that they are proud of the work that they have done on this campaign.
Yeah, oh, we are, and tonight to express my thanks and appreciation to the people of Florida's 2nd Congressional District for bestowing upon me one of the greatest honors of my life, and to be able to express my thanks to our supporters and our team, our congressional team, and our campaign team. I wanted them to know how much I appreciate their help and appreciate this experience.
Absolutely. And Representative Sutherland, you've had 4 successful years here in Congress. How do you hope to finish out your next few months strong?
Well, we you know, in my communications with Gwen Graham, I told her that we will be very, cooperative in how we handle things. We want to hand off our casework because we don't want anybody to fall between the cracks. We want to make sure that there's a smooth transition, and then we will close out things, and then we'll look to the future for us. When God closes one door, He always opens another one.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining us. Ron and Nisa, back to you in the studio.
Very humble in the loss there. Of course, he served 2 terms, did not get to seek a third, or sought a third term, but was not reelected. Well, a very close race to say the least. Lots of attack ads in that one. Graham comes away with the win.
Well, moving on to Amendment 2, dealing with medical marijuana. It fails. It needed 60% to win. Didn't quite make it. We will have a whole lot more on this coming up a little later.
58 to 42%. Well, Amendment 1 has passed easily. This is the amendment that says 33% of net revenue from the excise tax levied on documents must be set aside for the Land Acquisition Trust Fund. 75% to 25%. Wow. Look at that. About 28 or 2.8 million votes, the difference in that one. Now, this fund is designed to manage and restore natural systems and to enhance public access and recreational use of conservation lands. Currently, right now, those funds are set aside by the legislature. So this will automatically set them aside.
And Amendment 3 deals with judicial appointments. It would require the governor to fill certain judicial vacancies on the Florida Supreme Court or District Court of Appeals. Prospective appointments means the outgoing governor would make the appointments rather than the incoming governor. And Floridians have rejected those. Here's the look at those numbers. 48%, 52% against, 48% for, with 95% of the precincts.
That's right. Goes down to defeat. In the race for the District 5 state representative seat, this is the seat Republican Marty Coley of Marianna is vacating. Former Representative Brad Drake leads Libertarian. Actually, he beat Libertarian candidate Karen Schoen in a big way, 76 to 24%. Wow, a difference of about 27,000 votes there, 100% to the precincts reporting. He will go on to take that seat and will once again return to Tallahassee. In the District 1 congressional race, 3 different candidates vying for that seat. Republican Jeff Miller, the incumbent, he easily defeated Democratic challenger Jim Bryan. That's 70 to 23%. Wow, big margin of error, or big margin of victory there. Non-party affiliated Mark Witcham checked in with 6% of the vote. District 1 encompasses Escambia, Holmes, and Santa Rosa counties, also parts of Okaloosa and Walton counties.
And in the District 6 state representative race, this is the seat Jimmy Patronis is vacating. 3 candidates vying for that seat. Republican Jay Trumbull declared the winner early on tonight. He was up against Democrat Jamie Shepard and Green Party candidate Henry Lawrence III. News Channel 77's Tiffany Huertas joins us live from the Edgewater Beach Resort with more on this race. Tiffany.
Trumbull is so excited. He was here with his family, friends, and dozens of supporters here at Edgewater. He started campaigning earlier today at the Hathaway Bridge, and then he hit the phones. But then after that, it was a big celebration here at Edgewater. One of his main goals is to help and improve Northwest Florida's economy. He says that bringing more jobs is very important to him. He also wants to give small businesses the opportunity to grow. And he says he wants to continue pushing and improving education. He says this is something that he's going to continue improving in the next few weeks and in the next few months.
No, it's extremely exciting. It's humbling, but it's very exciting. I mean, to see all these people out behind us, to have the amount of support that we have throughout the whole campaign, it's just been phenomenal. And I can't tell you how appreciative I am that people came out and put the faith in me that I'm able to pursue this job.
Trumbull raised more than $300,000 in his campaign, and he says all of it was worth it, and he hopes to have made his hometown proud.
All right, thank you, Tiffany. Now, Trumbull has some big shoes to fill. He is following Jimmy Patronis. House District 6 covers the southern portion of Bay County and includes Panama City Beach, Callaway, Lynn Haven, and Tyndall Air Force Base.
Democrat Jamie Shepard lost that race, and it wasn't close. She was handily defeated by Jay Trumbull. You saw the numbers there. Meg Rose is at the Bay County Supervisor of Elections office and joins us now to talk about that race. Meg.
Ron, the Supervisor of Elections office saw quite the turnout today. Mark Anderson said over 50% of voters cast their ballot here in Bay County. Earlier tonight, I was at one of the candidates' watch parties to see how things were going as the ballots were rallying in. And unfortunately, Democrat Jamie Shepard had a sizable loss against Jay Trumbull for Florida State House District 6. But earlier at our watch party, friends and voters gathered around her in support as they anxiously awaited for the results. Despite her loss, Shepard says she supports Trumbull 100% and knows he's going to take Bay County in the right direction.
I want Bay County to continue moving forward. We're going down a very positive path and having our businesses work with education to help bring new jobs and to grow new businesses in Bay County. That's how we're going to get ahead.
Supervisor of Elections Mark Anderson says something that's not new but could be improved on for next year's election is to make sure that people have updated their addresses and know where their precincts are before Election Day. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Mag. It looked like they closed the doors there and locked
yeah,
out.
she was
They're ready to
outside.
go
Hopefully
home.
she was warm enough.
Let's hope so.
We're going to take a quick break. Stay with us for more election coverage.
Gulf and Franklin counties coming up.
And meanwhile, the weather forecast for the kids tomorrow morning as they head off to the bus stop. Temperatures will start off mainly into the 50s across much of our area. It's going to be a cool start, but a nice warm afternoon. We'll have the details in your forecast next.
You're watching News Channel 7 at 10 with Ron Marasco, Nisa Wilkins, Viper 7 weather with certified meteorologist Chris Smith, and sports with Scott Rossman.
Come into Captain D's for a variety of fresh-made seafood meals starting at just $4.99, like our Southern-style fish tenders, fish and butterfly shrimp, or new Southern-style tilapia. Also try our grilled menu featuring our new seafood tacos. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Does leg pain keep you from being active? Are your tired, achy legs keeping you on the sidelines? Vascular Associates, Florida's leader in vein and artery health, is committed to relieving your leg pain so you can make memories that last a lifetime. Life is calling. Let us help you live it. Call 215-VEIN or visit us online today.
In today's economy, many Americans have been overwhelmed by high credit card bills, high mortgage payments, and lawsuits.
People are struggling, and as a result, cannot afford everyday living expenses.
Are you stressed and tired of the endless collection calls?
Find out how Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy may be able to ease the financial and emotional burden of debt.
Remember, everyone deserves a fresh start and a second chance.
Call us for a free appointment.
Come into Captain D's for a variety of fresh-made seafood meals starting at just $4.99, like our Southern-style fish tenders, fish and butterfly shrimp, or new Southern-style tilapia. Also try our grilled menu featuring our new seafood tacos. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
News Channel 7's Viper is brought to you in part by our community partner, John Lee Nissan Mazda, home of the lifetime warranty.
Viper 7 Weather Center. Here is certified meteorologist Chris Smith.
And a good Tuesday evening and good Election Day evening to you. Weather-wise across our neck of the woods, it was a beautiful night to capture the sunset like Miss Cheryl did up into Chipley. Always faithful in sending in us so many wonderful photos. And that's another one from Miss Cheryl. Notice we had the increase in cloud cover across our area. They kind of bent that sunlight and gave us that brilliant sunset from Chipley this evening. Actually, all of us ended up seeing some beautiful sunsets, and that was right now the case. The live Viper 7 Doppler radar. You're not going to find any rainfall, though, if you go outside. You look up into the sky, look at that moonlight. You can see kind of that filtered moonlight this evening because of the cloud cover that's spread in. More on that in a second. Temperatures today, the warm-up has begun. We climbed up into the 70s. Right now, most of us have dropped down into the 50s and 60s across our region. Destin being the lone exception, still holding on to 70 degrees, sandwiched there between the Bay and the Gulf of Mexico. All of us right now, though, good almost 10 to 15 degrees warmer than this time last night. So the warm-up, as I said, has begun. Notice the winds across our area are going to continue to turn more out of the south over the coming days, and that's going to be a warmer wind for us. By Thursday, though, the cold front comes in. That turns our winds out of the north and west, and that brings in cooler air here into northwest Florida, and we're going to feel that as we get closer and closer to the weekend. But here's that cloud cover this evening. There it is spreading in across our area. Nothing in the way of any rainfall with it. You look back to the west, that's where all the rainfall is associated out across parts of Texas. Some heavy rainfall, some flash flood warnings in effect for areas near San Antonio. This cold front will slide into the deep south, but as it moves in our direction, it will kind of lose a lot of its punch. So don't expect to see a whole lot of rainfall associated with it as it moves through. And by Thursday evening, most of the rainfall slides to the south and the cloud cover begins to move out. And we see some chilly conditions return here to northwest Florida, at least getting more into that fall type weather. So your forecast headlines are calling for things to be getting cooler here across the Panhandle. Notice temperatures will be dropping from the 70s down into the 60s over the coming days. Meanwhile, we'll see things get briefly humid here across our neck of the woods. What you're going to notice, the comfort index will get more uncomfortable, but then as that cold front comes through, all that nasty mugginess begins to move on out, and we'll see the clouds on the increase as we move through the rest of the next 24 hours. But as we move through the extended forecast period or into the Thursday time frame, that's when we'll begin to introduce at least a small chance for some rainfall. But tomorrow is basically just going to be some cloud cover. That's going to be about it. Overnight tonight, lows will stay into the 50s for most of us. High temperatures tomorrow will climb up into the 70s and maybe even close to 80 degrees with peekaboo sunshine. The sunshine returns in abundance by Friday, so don't worry about that. We'll see plenty of sunshine through the upcoming weekend. You also see some cooler temperatures with highs dropping down into the 60s. Overnight lows will drop down into the 40s. Just kind of a nice fall feel returning. But again, Thursday's rain chance is not a big deal at all. Just 30%.
A little small chance there,
Yes.
but hey, we could use a shower or two.
Yep.
Thanks,
Cool,
Chris.
but very sunny this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you, Chris. Well, more election results are headed your way.
Up next, look at Jackson County races.
I've practiced personal injury law in this community for over 18 years. I will take your case seriously, and I will take your case to trial if necessary. Douglas Dykes, pursuing justice for the injured.
I am Dr. Jeff Troop, Medical Director of Bay Regional Cancer Center. I am a board-certified radiation oncologist trained at Duke University Medical Center with 30 years of experience. We are the only cancer center in the Panhandle with deformable registration, which gives us the ability to accurately define your cancer as well as the ability to deliver adaptive radiotherapy and smart segmentation. My first priority is patient care. I assure you that my capable staff and I will provide the most compassionate and best care available.
Are you ready to pay off your mortgage sooner than planned? Refinance your current mortgage and do just that. Let the professionals at Army Aviation Center Federal Credit Union guide you through the process to save you money and pay off your home sooner. You can refinance for 10, 12, or 15 years at a low fixed rate and with no closing costs. Just go online to aacfcu.com and start your application today.
I've practiced personal injury law in this community for over 18 years. I will take your case seriously, and I will take your case to trial if necessary. Douglas Dykes, pursuing justice for the injured.
He was separated from his birth mom at age 3 and spent his whole life searching for her.
When I saw her and we sat down and talked for the first time in 20 years, it's like everything was gone.
News Channel 7's Sonic Adonge tells us of his fight to find his family and the adoption needs in Bay County. Thursday at 6 and 10, only on News Channel 7.
We'll have all the results from Tuesday's election. Wake up with us Wednesday morning.
Moving over to Jackson County, residents there voting on several commission seats.
News Channel 7's Brian Hill joins us now live from Marianna with those results. And Brian, how are the winners feeling tonight?
Both newly elected commissioners, Clint Pate and Eric Hill, are mostly excited for this win because of the changes they hope to bring. The Jackson County Supervisor of Elections office was a full house tonight as candidates waited for the election results. In an extremely close race, Republican Clint Pate beat out current 2nd District Commissioner Edward Crutchfield with 49% of the vote. Crutchfield had 48%, and while he was celebrating, Eric Hill in half of the votes for the 4th District with 50.26%. Both men hope to bring jobs into the county.
I think that we can look at some of our regulations, and we want to try to help bring in jobs to our county where we can keep our kids in our county. And, you know, more jobs means more money. More money means more improvements and services to the citizens of Jackson County.
Now, he also says this is the first time a Republican has been elected to this position in Jackson County.
This was his second time running and Hill's first time.
All right, both men will take office on November the 18th. Tomorrow on News Channel 7 at 5, we will hear from Hill on his win.
Well, there are several races being decided tonight that affect area schools.
News Channel 7's Jamie Hale joins us live with more on the counties with educational issues being decided in this election. Jamie.
This year's election is a decisive one for schools in Washington, Okaloosa, Franklin, and Liberty counties. Let's start with Washington County, where a half-cent sales tax referendum was on the ballot. Voters decided not to approve the half-cent sales tax. The tax would have been used to finance facility and technology improvements in Washington County schools. Again, that referendum fails with 52% voting against it. In Franklin County, voters decided a hotly debated topic, whether superintendents should be elected or appointed by the school board. The result, it passes. 55% of the Franklin County voters approved to make the decision to make superintendents an appointed position instead of elected. And Liberty County is electing a superintendent of schools tonight. The race puts David Summers, Kathy Nobles, Greg Solomon, and Rob Wheatley against each other, all running for a seat vacated by Anthony Anderson. The winner of that race, David Summers, but it was pretty close. He took 35% of the vote in the four-way race. And in Okaloosa County, voters are picking a school board member for District 3. Rodney Walker is being named the winner in what looks like a 50-50 race. Walker beats Joe Slusser by just 115 points. And all this proves that every vote counts as much as the educational races were close.
All right, very, very true. Thank you, Jamie, very much. Other counties had school officials that were named or elected in August in the primary elections.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other races from around the area. In the Washington County District 2 Commission race, Republican Charles Kent easily defeated Democrat Lee Cope 59% to 41%.
Over in Holmes County, in the race for District 4 Commissioner, Republican Danny Powell narrowly defeated Democrat Earl Stafford. That was 51 to 49% close.
A lot of close races tonight. Over to Calhoun County. In the District 2 Commission race, Daryl McDougald beat Clifford Edenfield 34 to 28%. Earl Hunt had 20% of the vote, and Will Wise finished with 18%.
All right, let's head over to Gulf County in the District 2 Commissioner race. Democrat Ward McDaniel defeated Republican Tom Sems 66 to 34%. Not a close race there.
And over in Liberty County in the District 4 Commission race, Democrat James Sanders beat non-party affiliated Jason Singletary 57% to 43%.
Again, not a very tight race there either. Back with a quick look at Amendment 2 right after this. Stay with us.
Across America with Mega Jackpots, it's Mega Millions.
Hello, America. I'm John Crow. It's Tuesday, November 4th, and tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is an estimated annuitized $321 million. To win that jackpot, you must match these 5 white balls plus that gold Mega Ball. Now, let's see if I can make you a millionaire tonight. Our first number tonight is 15. That's followed by 24. Up next, we have 41. The next number is 9, and your final white ball for this Tuesday evening is 39. Now for the Mega Ball. Tonight's Mega Ball number is 1. Again, tonight's winning numbers are 15, 24, 41, 9, 39, and the gold Mega Ball is 1. Now, if no one matches all 6 numbers, Friday's jackpot could be $369 million. Good luck and play on, America.
Can your DVR record all your favorite shows at once?
It only records, I think, 2 shows at a time.
You can't change a channel.
No, I hate having to make the decision which one am I going to let go.
With Xfinity, record 4 shows at the same time and watch a 5th live.
This is amazing.
So now everything's basically on your schedule.
I don't have to miss any shows.
You can get used to this, right?
I'm already used to it.
Never miss your favorites. Get the Xfinity X1 Double Play for $89.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, add X1 DVR service at a great low monthly price for a year. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
The new Corolla from Toyota. It's like nothing you've ever seen in a Corolla. The 2015 Toyota Corolla. Unexpect everything. Get a low 0% APR for 36 months on the new 2015 Toyota Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
It's a great big world, and it can all be yours. Here and only here.
When you find the place that's right, what comes next is yours to create, because you're discovering, exploring, connecting, achieving, seeing the future you want to have, surrounded by the spirit and support you need to make it real. Everyone has a different reason, but they all know that this place will get them to the next place. Florida State University, Panama City, the FSU that fits you.
Welcome back. Now, as we said, election night in Florida came down to the wire in many races as expected.
And as Matt Galka tells us, the Secretary of State says voting problems, a thing of the past. It was a nervous night, though, for both sides in the campaign of the state's most controversial amendment.
Nothing was settled shortly after polls closed Tuesday night, but Secretary of State Ken Detzner said the election was a victory for Florida.
We are proving that Florida knows how to run elections.
The state has been plagued with Election Day problems in recent history. 2014s were run-of-the-mill, despite a challenge late to keep polls open later in South Florida because of a, quote, systematic breakdown. It was denied.
We feel like the judge followed the law correctly and denied their motion.
For what may have been the second most watched race in the state, it was a nervous night for those spearheading the campaign against medical marijuana. The pot push needed 60% of the vote because it was a constitutional amendment. It fell just short, but still had a majority of voters saying yes.
In this case, I believe it says that there is a threshold, and the threshold is in law, and a loss is a loss, and I believe it says that that amendment is not right now for Florida.
The results were still a good sign for supporters.
Unfortunately, the amendment didn't pass, but I don't believe that that means that this issue is over. We're going to go back to the legislature again.
It's expected the measure will be brought back in 2016, a presidential election year. In Tallahassee, Matt Gelka, News Channel 7.
Two started out as high as 88% earlier this year. It wasn't until last month when they fell below 60% threshold.
That's right. 57% at Finner, 58%, so just 2% short there. Well, next in sports, the biggest volleyball match Bay County's ever seen. Mosley and Arnold battled to see who's headed to the regional finals of the state tournament.
And the newest college football playoff rankings are out. Greg's got that and more next.
If kidney disease has affected you or someone you care for, you should know there are choices for receiving treatment. DaVita is a kidney care company, leading the way in treatment options, including dialysis at home. There are multiple DaVita centers in Panama City and surrounding areas to serve you whether you dialyze in a center or at home. To learn more, call 850-890-3247 or visit us today at davita.com.
Visit HealthLinks at WJHG.com for more information.
Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis, the 30th anniversary Christmas tour. It's the music that revolutionized the sound of Christmas. A holiday tradition for 30 years. Don't miss this holiday extravaganza.
Live November 13th at the Marina Civic Center. For tickets, visit marinaciviccenter.com today.
Mannheim Steamroller Christmas by Chip Davis, the 30th anniversary Christmas tour.
The following rules cover WJHG TV contests, but may be superseded by separate rules for specific contests. No purchase necessary. One winner per household per contest. Unless otherwise stated, entrants must be a legal U.S. citizen, 18 or older, living in the Panama City DMA. Winners must comply with all rules, sign and return all liability and publicity releases or forfeit prize, and are solely responsible for all taxes. For complete official rules, visit our studio or web channel at WJHG.com.
This is great. All of us enjoying our meal together. What could be better?
For a meal that'd only be better if your parents were unicorns, it's gotta be D's. Try our Southern-style fish tenders, fish and shrimp, or new Southern-style tilapia. Also try our grilled menu featuring our new seafood tacos. For full meals starting at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Honey?
Welcome to Wind Creek. You know, when it comes to excitement, the gaming floor is just the beginning.
Enjoy the best steak in Alabama. Get hands-on in our kitchen. Put in a little you time at our spa. Hit the lanes. catch a live concert, or just relax in the luxury of your hotel room. Wind Creek Atmore is your destination for fun. Find your winning moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you in part by Maharajas.
Now, News Channel 7 Sports with Greg Brzezowski.
There's no denying Mosley and Arnold are both strong contenders for the 5A state volleyball title, but only one team's championship hopes could continue tonight. Everyone is ready for the biggest volleyball match in Bay County history. No teams ever advanced to the regional finals ever. That changes tonight as each pep club looking to give their girls an advantage. Arnold, Cowboys and Indians, Mosley, Farmers, but the Lady Dolphins, all anyone could talk about early on. Annie Wallace, the big block in the middle. That heads Michelle Mask. Following their plan, the Mosley coach said before the game the key was to win the first set. Mosley goes out and does that. Kelly Adams kill, 25-20. Second set, Arnold looking to fight back. Casey Justice with the ace. The Dolphins, though, take this one too, coming back to win 25-20. Mosley with their backs, Arnold with their backs against the wall, trying to do whatever they can, coming up with a win in the third set. The Justice kill, big time. Gets them down the line, but in the fourth set, the Lady Dolphins go on a huge run, and the fans signal that 1 point you just saw there, and then go on to get it. Adams, the set, it's good. Mosley wins on Arnold's court in 4 sets and gets to celebrate on it too. 25-20, 25-20, 20-25, and 25-12. Advancing further than any Bay County team ever. Elite Eight, Michelle Mask, how's it feel?
Oh, it was awesome. You know, the girls wanted it. You know, third time's a charm. We did our homework. We watched film. We stayed late yesterday. We did everything we could to be prepared for tonight, and I really think we were.
After snapping that 2-match losing streak to Arnold, Mosley moves on to face Bishop Kenny, who swept Ponte Vedra in the next round. They're in the regional finals facing off against each other. The Elite Eight, 3 wins from a state title. As for the 1A state tournament, 4 matchups featuring 5 local teams. 3 are moving on. Blountstown sweeps Laurel Hill. Sneeds does the same to Central. Liberty County wins the opening set, but falls at Baker in 4, and South Walton and Shipley went to extra points in the 5th set where the host Lady Seahawks pull out a 16-14 win. Full scores will be up on our website, WJHG.com. Now in college football, speaking of postseasons, the College Football Playoff Selection Committee released their new top 25 tonight, but everyone wants to know who's in playoff position. The top 4. Ole Miss, 4th last week, lost to number 3 Auburn on Saturday, so we know one squad was getting the bump. That team is the Oregon Ducks, who rise from 5th to 4th. Alabama, who was on bye last week, they're up 1 themselves to 5. They'll face LSU in Death Valley this Saturday in primetime action. FSU, the Noles, they're still 2nd as one of the 2 unbeaten teams from the Power 5 conferences, including Mississippi State. Noles get Virginia on Saturday at home. Ole Miss, that loss drops them out of the top 10. LSU, as mentioned, Bama's opponent, they're 16th. Still plenty of time to figure out who's playoff bound. Those 5 more weeks of rankings to be announced. The final one will come out on December 7th.
Pretty exciting stuff. Of course, the first year of the playoff system, the BCS playoff system with
really
4
cool.
teams. So kind of exciting there.
It is. And we still got to figure out, there's a lot of teams that have to play each other, a lot of one-loss teams that need to be sorted out. If FSU and Mississippi State keep winning, they're good, and I know a lot of FSU fans will be excited about that.
Right, and I'm going to that game Saturday.
Whew, it's going to be fun.
I'll be there too.
There we go.
Thank you, Greg. Chris has a final look at the forecast. When we come back, stay with us.
Hi, I'm Dr. Todd Robinson. At the Mullis Eye Institute, you'll find that we do things a little differently. Throughout the years, we've learned over and over again that by putting the needs and comfort of our eye patients first, and by creating a warm, friendly atmosphere in our office, we found, well, it just works. If you have cataracts, glaucoma, diabetes, or if you simply want to know that your eyes are healthy, please consider us for your next eye exam.
New patients 59 and older, call today for a free eye exam at any of our 6 convenient locations for the Mullis Eye Institute.
I'm Dr. Todd Robinson. Come to the Mullis Eye Institute and let us take great care of you.
Are you ready to pay off your mortgage sooner than planned? Refinance your current mortgage and do just that. Let the professionals at Army Aviation Center Federal Credit Union guide you through the process. to save you money and pay off your home sooner. You can refinance for 10, 12, or 15 years at a low fixed rate and with no closing costs. Just go online to aacfcu.com and start your application today.
The Florida Associated Press of Broadcasters and our viewers agree. WJHG News Channel 7 has the best newscast in the area. For the most dependable and balanced local news every day, News Channel 7 is coverage you can count on.
We'll join the morning crew tomorrow on News Channel 7 today beginning at 5 a.m.
They will have more on tonight's election results and hear from some of those winners and losers.
Chris?
Yeah, weather-wise, it's going to be very quiet over the next 24 hours. Just some more clouds tomorrow. Rain chances return by Thursday. Then cooler weather returns to the Panhandle Friday, and that should last on through the weekend. Overnight lows will be warm the next couple of mornings and then begin to drop back into the 40s again by the weekend.
All right, chilly weekend ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks for watching, everyone.
You can find more details on tonight's stories and election results on our website, WJHG.com. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See you.